Trev wanted me to spend some time on the Multistrada V4, so that's what I'm going to be doing. Just one leg this morning, mainly road leg, and we will get a long-termer to review properly later on. But yeah, here we go. We're going to try this one as well. Just, you know, because getting my head around a Desert X in a couple of days was not quite complex enough. We're going to get a taste for this one too. So more thoughts on this will be coming, but we thought we'd get my initial thoughts on this. It's a chunky looking beast, but very much looking forward to it. I know Trev raved about this when he rode it. He's very excited to hear what I think. So we'll see. We'll jump on in a minute and let everybody know. All right, let's do this, shall we? Do one of those. Do one of these. Woohoo! Yeah, boy. That sounds like a thing. So I've already gone in here to settings and had a bit of a play. I've turned the wheelie control off, etc, etc, all the standard stuff. We've got to go get some fuel, so it'll be a very short trip. These bars are nice and wide. Foot pegs are nice and wide too, actually. Interesting. That's cool. Tell you what, that front lever, man, it feels the same on the Desert X. There's a lot of, see that? There's a lot of play there. Like it still comes to a hard stop, but that's a long way in. I don't know if I'm down with that, but it seems like all the other bikes are the same. Just I'll lean it over this way and pump it up a bit. Yeah. Oh, that engine sounds good. Listen, can you hear that? Geez, you can hear that over this one. I wonder if that's the same exhaust. I think so. I'm going to go second last so I can give him a bit of a gap. So balance is good. Throttle's nice. Low speed throttle. Rear brake's not as strong as what I thought it would be. I'll get used to that. Guess the bike's just a bit heavier, right? Oh, it's smooth. Oh, that's nice. Gee whiz, that's not what I expected either. It really feels like it's pivoting around the middle. Like it doesn't feel top heavy. I mean, this is almost out of fuel, so that's got to help. Quick shifter that's nicely worn in and doing its thing. Geez, there's decent potholes. Come on, Bathurst, fix up your roads. We've got to get some fuel. It's going to be a bit dull this next bit, but yeah, initial impressions just out of there already. That steers a lot better than I thought it might. A lot better. Just change the direction, nice and agile. Bloody hell, modern bikes are amazing, aren't they? How good is modern engineering? Every time I get on a big bike, I am surprised at how well it steers. Pretty bloody good. Right, so I've just done a little stretch on the Multistrada following these clowns. This sort of track, as you can see, gravel, sort of pea gravel type stuff. Lots of washouts back up through there and big potholes were all pretty damp. But man, this thing is surprisingly good on this sort of stuff. Had it in, what did I have it in, Enduro mode, I think it's called. Enduro, yeah, Enduro mode, and I really ideally would have had the traction control down a little bit more so I could just lay it out and do some more skids. But first impressions, and I'm going to jump back on the Desert X now, but first impressions, this thing is pretty rad. on the highway, super comfortable place to be. Lovely, lovely thing. Suspension is lovely. The seat is lovely. All of this wind protection at the front here does a terrific job. That engine is really, really flexible. Right from the bottom all the way through, revs out quite well. I mean, it's obviously not the Desmo rever. You can see 10,000 revs is where it tops out. From about, I reckon, 5 grand even above, it starts to wail quite nicely. A standout for me is that little puppy down there. That quick shifter is one of the best that I've ridden. It is just lovely, nice longish throw, but just super gentle gear shifts. Makes you want to use it all the time, which is kind of a shame because that engine, you don't actually really need to change gears that often, but I found myself just using that gear shift a lot just because it was so nice. Yeah, I'm super looking forward to actually having this bike for a couple of weeks, to be honest. And it will be one like this with the spoked wheels. Yeah, who knows, it might actually even be this bike. But that was fun, that was cool. So on the highway, really nice. On this sort of stuff, surprisingly good. And would have been even better had I had a chance to dial in the traction control and play around with that. Because yeah, coming out of these sorts of corners, you want to light it up a bit, and you can light it up, it'll step out, but it sort of cuts in again then, so you're only doing a skid for, I don't know, 20 meters or so, and then it starts to cut the fun a bit. But gee, nice and playful, steers really well, changes direction better than you'd think it probably would for a big bike like that. But yeah, that's the initial impressions. Hopefully we'll have more in a few weeks time, or I'm not sure exactly when it's going to lob up at my place for an extended review, but yeah, I like that. I think I'm going to enjoy that a lot. So as opposed to the Desert X that I got on, and I'm still not feeling super comfortable on it, I got on this thing and straight away I was like, yep, I feel at home. That thing is yeah, I think most riders will get on this bike and it will feel right straight away. Yeah, but I'm not sure I would say the same for these yet.